Hello, my YouTube fans, and I am here with the second part of emergency lamp repairing video. So, if you have watched the first part of the video, there I have tried repairing the blue color emergency lamp with the brand new capacitor, and at the end it was not working. So, for further investigation, I thought for tearing down this yellow color emergency lamp, which was kept in my storeroom, and this is also not working. This is also a defective emergency lamp, so I am tearing it down to check if I can use any of the component to fix my blue color emergency lamp. So I will make the tear down process fast forward to save the time. And here we go. So the circuit and the PCB almost look very similar to the blue colored PCB, which I have taken out from the blue color emergency lamp. So here also they have used film capacitor for a voltage drop, and I can see the same defect happen in this lamp as well. You can see the busted capacitor. So probably this cheap kind of circuit where the paper capacitor is being used to drop the higher AC current, it is definitely malfunctioning during the charging time. So this is the electrolytic capacitor which got affected in the PCB due to that film capacitor circuit, the cheap film capacitor, I would say. You can see the rating of the capacitor. So this is just the outer cover of the capacitor which got busted from this PCB, you can see. So this is the film capacitor which I was talking about. This is used to drop the AC supply to the lower voltage. So actually this drops the current, and voltage is getting adjusted depending upon the load in the charging circuit. So if you will be seeing the voltage across the capacitor, you will see 240 volt. However, in the charging circuit it will get reduced to 12 volt or whatever the circuit is required for charging the battery. So I am checking the capacitor whether it is fine or not. So seeing the reading, it looks like it is not okay. The capacitor is not working properly. It's a faulty capacitor. So what I will do now, I will just replace that faulty capacitor, the electrolytic capacitor, with the brand new one. Let me make this fast forward to save the time. I will fix it and then check it in front of you. Now time to fix the brand new capacitor on the PCB. And here we go. Okay, so the capacitor is fixed. Now I'm going to connect the plug. I don't want to cut the wires to connect it with the power supply. I will just use its own mechanism. So I need to fix this connection part with this back chassis. So this mechanism goes here on the top of the chassis. You can see the small space provided for this plug. I mean this plug to get slide outside the chassis. So I will just do it quickly. So the circuit is connected, you can see, but it is in off state now. I brought the temperature sensor. I want to touch the probe with the capacitor tip where the metallic part is exposed. Then I will turn on the circuit. So I'm turning on the circuit and we will see the changes in the temperature. You can see the temperature is getting increased. The room temperature was around 24 degrees Celsius and now it got increased up to 26. And I think I'm not sure whether it will work or not. So need to stay for some time It went to 31 degrees Celsius and it is increasing drastically and it doesn't looks good. So I turned off the circuit. I don't feel it is working fine and it's very hot. It's really burnt my finger. So I feel like this will not go well with the circuit. Okay, let me check what I can do next. So guys, I have decided to take out all the useful components from this PCB and probably a few malfunctioned component in the blue colored emergency lamp, which I have mentioned in the first part of this video. I will use it there and I will check whether it is working or not. And from this emergency lamp, this yellow color emergency lamp, I will take out the components as I told you, and also take out the LED strip, which is working perfectly for now. So I will be taking it out and probably I will be using it in the different way. I will be connecting it directly with the 12 volt DC power supply, and maybe in future I will build something from it. And for now I will be fast forwarding this video to save the time. So I'm trying to test the LED strip from this yellow color emergency lamp. I'm connecting it with the 12 volt DC power supply. That's the adapter which I have used previously to check the LED. So it's glowing perfectly and this LED strip is proper. Probably the connection is not proper, that's why you might have seen it blinking, but it's working perfectly. Okay, so now time to keep this. So this is the metallic plate. This has been fixed on the aluminum metallic plate so that it can dissipate heat properly, and this was the cover from the top when it was fixed with the chassis. So guys, I will just keep this apart and we will focus on fixing the blue color emergency lamp now. So the yellow color emergency lamp cannot be fixed because several components is damaged and it's not working properly. So I'm trying to fix at least one emergency lamp with the remaining useful components from both the PCB, and here we go. So before proceeding further, I will check the LED of this emergency lamp, which I have not tested previously because I was not having the 12 volt adapter. So now I have found this adapter in my storeroom and I'm using it for testing the LED. Yeah, it's glowing perfectly. All the LEDs are good and you can see it's glowing. So now I will keep this apart, and the another most important thing is to test the battery, because if the battery is also not working, if it will not charge, the emergency lamp will not work. So before proceeding further, I will check the battery. So I'm connecting it with the red and black, that is positive and negative terminal of the battery, and the voltage is 0.041 volt. That's very less, and these batteries should not have this low voltage. Even though if it is discharged, it should have at least half of the charge in the battery. Like if the battery is of 9 volt, and even though if it is discharged, it should reflect 5 or 6 volt, which will depict that it is a weak battery. But here the voltage is very low, means not even 1 volt. So this battery is completely dead and cannot be retained. So guys, now I will check the components very quickly. The first one is the film capacitor, and then followed by that I will check another components. So 2 diodes were defective, which was working in the bridge rectifier mode. So those 2 diodes has been replaced. I have took 2 healthy diode from the yellow colored emergency lamp PCB, and now time to test it. So before proceeding further, I need to connect the LED panel cable from this PCB. Let me solder it quickly. So guys, I have arranged everything on its position. I have also connected the battery, the LED panel, and circuit is on now. I have connected it with the AC supply 220 volt, and now I am trying to place the probe properly on the top of capacitor. You can see the raise in temperature. So guys, I'm not sure whether the probe is touching properly with the capacitor. Because this is not the correct method to check the component temperature. To check the component temperature properly, we need to attach the probe properly with the help of thermal paste or thermal grease. Then it will reflect the proper component temperature. But still, we can get some idea over here by placing the probe on the top of the capacitor. You can see it is 32.3 volt for now. Let me place it at different angle because it is, due to the light, it is not visible. Okay, this is good. So now it is 35.5. If it is not going beyond 55 or 60 degrees Celsius, then we are on the safe side. Then I will replace the this dead battery with the brand new one. Else we cannot repair this circuit because most of the components are not working properly. So right now it's 41.6 degrees Celsius, 42, and it keeps on increasing. I'm not sure whether it will sustain or not. So FYI, as I told you previously, this capacitor range is 85 degrees Celsius, and let's see what will happen. So I have also taken a proper safety. I have wear the eye safety gears, and it went to 53.8. okay, 54. It is increasing drastically now. It is increasing so quickly. 56, 57. My goodness, I'm afraid like if capacitor will get busted. So still we are under the safe zone unless or until if it is not going beyond 80. After 80 we cannot take risk and the capacitor may get busted. So I will continue testing it until it reaches 80 degrees Celsius. Definitely I am keeping some buffer because I don't want any accident. So let's wait for some more time. It is about to reach 70 and it is increasing very rapidly now. So anything can happen at this point of time. I am literally holding a hard cardboard like from my other hand to protect myself. So I am having very less buffer now. I will turn off the circuit because the limit is 80 and now the circuit is turned off, but still the capacitor shows like increment in the temperature. I have turned off the circuit. You can see the indicator, the LED indicator is not blinking. I mean the emergency LED indicator which is connected with the PCB, but still the temperature is increasing. So now it is stagnant and now it is dropping. So looks like capacitor is going beyond its limit. Still the circuit is not okay. We need to check some other alternative. It will not work. We cannot repair this because I think we need to replace a lot of components. Probably we need to bring the new PCB. So that's it guys, it cannot be repaired. I will take some other alternative in the in the third part of the video. So let's see if I can rebuild this with some other alternative. So guys, that's it in this video. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Still the lamp is not repaired. I can understand that part, and that's why I'm going to bring third part of this video in which I will go with some other alternative to repair this lamp. But one more thing, one very important thing I want to share with you is, like, don't try this at your home if you are not an expert, if you are not a technician. Don't try to play with AC supply or high voltage DC supply. It is very, very dangerous. And that's it. Hope you will follow the guidelines. Thank you for watching this video. Keep rocking. See you in the next video. Bye bye.